What's going on YouTube? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers, Robots in Disguise, Hyper Twist Bumblebee, and Hyper Flip Optimus Prime. They're effectively one-step change figures that are rather large. So let's get them out of the packaging and take a look. Directly out of their containers, and I can't even call them boxes, they're just put into containers. Both of the figures look okay. The paint is pretty decent compared to what we've been getting from Hasbro lately, and overall, they're all right looking. Size-wise, they are definitely bigger than a deluxe class figure, but they are about the same size as a Titans Returns leader class. So, well, let's get a Voyager out here as well, just so you could see the size comparison. So they're in between a Voyager class and a leader class figure from Titans Returns. We'll take an up-close look at Bumblebee very quickly. He looks all right. He doesn't look too bad. The head sculpt is also quite good, and I do like those missiles on the top of his shoulders. The overall aesthetic of the figure is okay. Now looking at Optimus Prime, he is RID Optimus Prime. There's not much more I can tell you there. The cannons on his forearms are all right, though he definitely lacks some paint and some aesthetic detail. Head sculpt is quite good though. Posability on each figure is atrocious. Bumblebee has posability in the elbows, and it only bends about 25 to 30 degrees. No head articulation except up and down due to the transformation. Prime is a little bit better. His shoulders do swivel 360 degrees, so he can at least point the guns forward. Now, the guns themselves have a tendency to just pop off with very little force, especially the right one. And they're only pegged in with these two very small pegs on these holes. They are not glued in at all. I don't know why, because quite frankly, there's no other way to mount them on the figure. And they do have peg holes on the outsides of them for no discernible reason whatsoever. Maybe you're supposed to attach a mini-con to them. I'm not entirely sure. Bumblebee doesn't have any such gimmick except for at the top of his shoulder, or I'm sorry, at the small of his back. I should say the top of his back, and these two screw holes for when he's in vehicle mode. Transformation for both of these figures is rough in the standpoint of it's not as easy as it's supposed to be, and you feel like you're breaking the figure. So for Bumblebee, make sure the arms are straight. That's very important. Grab the hips and the stomach or chest and pull it up. That will shrink the arms in and rotate the head down. Take the entire upper torso, turn it 180 degrees, combine the legs, and then push the legs up into the body where the feet will automatically or automagically flip down to form the front of the vehicle mode. And here we have his Combiner Force vehicle mode, which looks absolutely freaking terrible. It's got holes everywhere. There's no cohesive design other than, hey, we liked Knight Rider back in the 80s. Let's pop panels out in the back and the front. I have no idea why this is important. The guns, or I should say the missile launchers, don't flip up at all. That would at least look pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of a dragster, where they add extra wheels or extra wheelbase in the back to get more grip because the engine is so big. I really don't like this vehicle mode, and the transformation, it requires a lot of pulling and a lot of twisting and a lot of force, and I just feel like I'm going to break the dang thing. Now for Prime's transformation, it is equally painful. Take the entire chest, push the chest back, and that will kind of auto-transform the whole body, and no matter what you do, you are going to pop these guns off, so just be wary of that. The arms fold in and then disappear into the kneecaps. The entire chest rotates back around underneath the feet. They peg into place, and then you flip out the front of the vehicle mode and then reattach the stupid guns that keep falling off. The alt mode we end up with for Prime is in severe need of more paint. We have effectively 4 colors, maybe 5. Red, black, blue, a different shade of blue, and a little bit of silver right here on the smokestacks. It is better than Bumblebee's, but not by much. The transformation is rather violent. It feels like you're breaking it every time you transform the stupid thing. The guns continually fall off, and it's just not a very good time. To transform him back into vehicle mode, first, wiggle the figure to make the guns fall off again. push the front of the vehicle mode in and pop up the head, and you get... Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Was somebody watching Go Buster? Because this looks like the gorilla slash transport truck from Go Buster. The heck? Anyway, collapse that down, pop it apart, flip it all the way around to do the auto transform, which will supposedly spread the arms, and then snap it up into place and make sure that the head is exposed, and then reattach the dang guns. Each one of these figures is $20, and I'll be honest, I feel freaking ripped off. I think these things are crap. Now, kids might like them, and I'm sure some customizers will get a hold of it and fix them up and make them look good. But their transformations aren't that fun. Bumblebee's paint is already starting to smear, specifically the black paint, and both of these suck. So don't buy them. If you have a small child in your life that likes Transformers, get them the Deluxe class figure or the Voyager class figures. They're better. These guys, I understand what Hasbro's going for. I really do. I understand what Hasbro is trying to do with these guys. But I gave both of these to my son to play with, and he was done playing with them in about a minute, and then went back to playing with his trains. This is my son, who is not yet 3, so I decided to give one of these to one of the neighbor's kids to let him play with it. He didn't want to. He transformed Prime once and said, "This is stupid," and put it down and ran away. So yeah, Hasbro, make better figures. Thanks. So gang, I hope you have enjoyed this video review. As always, I'm Baltmatrix. Ask you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.